Oh, what a walk that was. Hey, doggos. Is it raining? Don't like the rain, do you? Hey? You don't like the rain? No. I'm going to introduce myself today. What was that? Let's try that again. I'm going to introduce myself today. But first, I'm going to go and get ready. Because it is hammering it down with rain and we just got soaking wet. This has not gone as planned today. Before Luke went to work today, we decided to deworm the dogs. Gave them both their worming treatment with their breakfast. He went off to work. I've been watching videos on how to do an introduction for YouTube and what to say and stuff. Dogs are sick. The worming stuff has made the dogs sick. Sick, sick, sick. Every time I turn around, sick. Oh my God. First Buddy was ill everywhere. Cleaned it up. Then again, cleaned it up. The cushions are off the sofa because he was sick on the sofa. Just when he stopped, Dottie started again on the sofa. Puked up on the sofa. She went head under the sofa. I tried to get them outside. She didn't want to come out with me because she was like, "Mummy, why are you making me go outside? I feel ill." I was like, "Come on outside," because I wanted to carry on out in the garden. No, we have to go outside, downstairs. Down the stairs, puking up. She's sick. Poor dogs. Poor me. Oh my God. I live in like shared flats. It's not just my stairs, it's other people's stairs. So I got to go clean that up. Come back in. Buddy's sick again. Oh my God. This was not how today was meant to go. It wasn't. But it's stopped now. They're both asleep under blankets. They're absolutely fine. I haven't done any of the things I was meant to do. Haven't had anything to eat. Haven't had a cup of tea. Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 10:26 a.m.
It's 10:30. And that is not how today was meant to go. But now we can start our day. The dogs are fine. Dottie's asleep on the bed. Buddy's asleep on the sofa. I've put a blanket on both of them. They are fine. They were just having a reaction to the worming tablets. So they must be allergic to something in them, maybe. Won't be giving them again. Let's try again. Time to make some tea. Does the kettle have water in it? Just about. Put a bit more in there. There we go. Right. If in doubt, make a cup of tea. I've even got my woolly socks out today, look. It hammered it down with rain this morning, but we needed it, so definitely a good thing. All the grass was starting to go brown and everybody was saying, "Oh, I can't wait until we have rain. The grass is dying." So the gardens, there was floods in the road and everything this morning when I was driving back from walking the dogs. So it was well needed. Everything had a good drink. Very happy for the flowers and the trees today because we definitely needed that. I was in such a good mood earlier and now I feel exhausted. Kettle's boiled. One sec. Oh, my poor pooch. Bless him. Look. Poor dog. Wasn't very well, were you, baby? Poor doggo. Got my green tea ready. Just got to let the water cool down a little bit first. Otherwise it's bitter and horrible. So, The whole point in this video today was for me to introduce myself. I've been filming for a while now and just putting my videos out there, and no one actually knows really who I am, apart from the people that know me that watch, obviously. Hi to my friends and family. So I am Joey, and that's it. No, just kidding. The videos I was watching earlier, speak English, Joe, were basically saying to say what your channel was about. And I don't really have a reason apart from vlogging my life. So I suppose I'm a vlogging channel. I just try and do fun stuff or chit chat on making memories, maybe inspiring people to get outside more, maybe, because I do a lot of dog walking outside videos. But yeah, I mean, I'm into, what am I into? Like, I'm into health and fitness, really. I take all your supplements, I do vitamins, and I do collagen. I've just bought some creatine. Exercise as much as I like. I don't overdo the exercise. Probably 3-4 times a week, maybe. I do the old Grow with Joes, and I walk all the time. I walk long walks 2 or 3 times a day, probably, with the dogs. But basically they were saying, make sure you say what your channel's for, or what you're selling, or what you're doing, or whatever, and I don't do any of that. So I am a vlogging channel. They also said about being confident when you introduce yourself. So, hi, I'm Joey. Nice to meet you. Let me introduce myself. I've started vlogging my life and nobody knows who I am. I've been watching YouTube for a very long time myself. I've always liked watching YouTube. The people that I watch are vloggers. I watch all sorts of videos on YouTube, but I do like a couple of vloggers, namely Remy Ashton and Alicia Marie. I did used to watch a lot of them. There was a couple of others that I used to watch all the time. And they kind of made me feel like in 10, 20 years, when they watch all that stuff back, it's going to be really cool to look back with their friends and their family and the days out and what they did, and pets, obviously, and things like that. So it kind of made me want to do my own version. But yeah, I thought, why not? 40 years old, let's start a YouTube journey. Have fun with it and just see what happens. I've always recorded myself, always taken photos. I was always that annoying friend that was always taking videos and photos at the pub or at parties. I was always that person with a camera in her hand. Even when I was younger, it was those throwaway cameras that you used to send away the little film thing and get your photos through the post. I'd always have disposable cameras with me, always. And if I was going out, I'd always buy a couple of them to put in my bag. And that's when I was very young. And then after that, I just started buying normal cameras, as in like little square ones. Yeah, I've always been interested in photos of me and my friends and family, and I've always said, if ever I had a house fire, touch wood, that never happens, but if ever there was a house fire, one of the things that I would rescue, apart from obviously people and pets, is my photos. I'd go straight to my photos. I've always said that. I basically decided that turning 40 was going to be the start of me and my journey on YouTube. I've always put my stuff on Facebook for friends and family. I've only got friends and family on Facebook, and that's where I would share all my stuff. And I never really thought until recently about doing it publicly for like people of YouTube to watch, or any of the others. I know a lot of people do Instagram and TikToky and all the rest of it now. But I've always been a YouTube watcher. YouTube was always my favourite. To sit down and watch a video or to learn something, I always went on YouTube. So it's kind of always been my favourite. But putting stuff out on YouTube is scary because you don't know who's going to say what and who's going to watch. And yeah, it's a little bit more scary than putting stuff out for strangers to watch rather than what people that know you and friends and family. Because obviously, I suppose some people are the other way around. They're more worried about putting stuff on Facebook than they are putting out to the public. But I'm the other way. It's quite scary. But no regrets. I think my first couple of videos was just me sending something out there just to get rid of that fear. Because it is quite scary just putting something out to the world. But I have really been enjoying it. I like it. It gives me something to focus on. I look forward to filming. I look forward to uploading the videos. The editing, in the beginning, not so much. I found the editing a bit stressful and didn't know what I was doing. Especially on the laptop. I couldn't get on with a couple of things on the laptop. I was struggling with that in the beginning. But now I've got a Digi Osmo, that's it. Pocket. I got a Digi Pocket 3 Osmo camera now, which is what this is. And you get an app with that on your phone and you can edit it, and it's basically the same as iMovie, which I really liked. iMovie was my favourite one, but you can't get that on the laptop, so I struggled on the laptop. So now I use Digi app on my phone. So I enjoy the editing now as well, which in the beginning I didn't, but now I like it because it's much easier. So I recommend that if anybody likes iMovie and wants to edit videos, get a Digi and use the Digi app, because that's what I do now and it's really easy and I'm a very simple person. So yeah, it was a scary thing to do in the beginning, uploading stuff to YouTube, but positive experience. I like it. I enjoy it. I used to watch Louise's journey and obviously Grow with Jo because I do her workouts, and I noticed a lot in the comments and from people that watch them that everybody's really nice to each other and everybody was very positive and, you know, supporting each other and wishing everybody good luck and being nice to each other. So that kind of is what made me think it'll be fun, it'll be nice, it'll be nice to find good vibes from people and, you know, send out some good vibes and be a little bit goofy, hopefully make people laugh a little bit, because we are 100% nuts in our family. And I noticed that's what's written in my peanut butter this morning, 100% nuts. And I was like, that's us. And Luke and I still like going through old videos now. We watch some old videos that we've got on YouTube for a long, long time ago. He's got a couple and I've got a couple. And they're really good to go through. So I know that in the future we are going to enjoy looking through these memories that we're making now. And yeah, in like 10, 20 years time, we can go on and look at all the stuff we're doing now, because you won't remember it, will you? You won't remember today in 20 years time. And that's something that I recommend doing it for. If you are interested in doing YouTube, just do it, because you won't regret it in the future. Even if you make a fool of yourself or, you know, look a bit of an idiot, who cares? In 10, 20 years time, you're going to enjoy looking back on that. You are. I'll take my tea bag out my tea now. So what else do you want to know? What do you want to know about people? I don't really know how much to say. My washing machine is washing machining in the background. I think we'll just wait for that to finish. Still going. Okay, it stopped. Let's carry on. Well, what to say? My parents are both Londoners, but I am a country bumpkin. I think. Alexa, what's the definition of a country bumpkin?
From educalingo.com, the definition of country bumpkin in the dictionary is an awkward, simple rustic person.
Awkward, simple, rustic person. I don't know what simply rustic means. Awkward, a little bit sometimes, maybe. Parents both Londoners. I've been brought up in the country. I've basically got the South Downs as my doorstep. Very lucky girl. I still got my mum, obviously. I talk about her all the time. She's retired. Keeps herself busy though. People always say, don't they, once they retire, they're busier than when they used to work. She looked after kids. She did playgroup for about 30 years. And then when I joined middle school, she was the lollipop lady. Yay for me. No, it was fine actually. I only got teased a little bit. But no, I was very lucky with school. But yeah, so yeah, mum's all good. And she still does brownies. When I became a brownie when I was 7, my mum started brownies and she still does that now. 37 years later, she's still doing it. Yeah, and I still see her all the time, obviously. My dad died when I was 19. He was a musician. And he was a musician in the 60s and the 70s. So that tells you a lot about what my dad was like. He was a good musician though. He was in a band with Crazy World of Arthur Brown. He did that Fire. Do do do. I'll take you to burn. Do do do. I am the god of hellfire and I'll bring you fire. Do do do. If you know that, my dad was in that band with him performing when that song came out. And he also was in a band called the Flower Pot Men, and they had a good song called Let's Go to San Francisco. Let's go to San Francisco. Do, do, do. Yeah, so he was in that band too. Went on Top of the Pops a few times. The story that my mum told me about that was there's a singer called Sandy Shaw and she was going on after my dad and she never used to wear shoes and apparently she was on her way on. They were backstage and my dad trod on her foot and she didn't have any shoes on and she was just about to go on and perform. So that's a story that my mum told me about Top of the Pops. He used to have his hair done by Vidal Sassoon and his best mate was the drummer in The Who, which is also a very famous band back in the day. He self-taught himself the piano by working in a piano shop, apparently. That's how he learnt. So he was self-taught. He was like a naturally gifted musician, shall we say. And I've got a keyboard and a guitar in my cupboard and I don't know how to play either of them. So I kind of feel like that might be one of the... I'm going to learn a song on the keyboard and film it, I think. I might do that as one of my videos. I should be able to play the keyboard. That's what I always feel like. Because my dad was a musician and he was great at keyboard. I need to learn how to do that. I wish he taught me when I was younger, but he didn't. But yeah, he also wrote a song called Where Are You Going To, My Love, which was covered by Olivia Newton-John, who starred in Grease. And it was also covered by Brotherhood of Man. But yeah, so back in the day, he was a little bit famous. Just a little bit, like this much. So yeah, that's with mum and dad. I've also got a big brother who's awesome and he's quite funny. He's not as funny as me, but you know, he's nearly as funny as I am. Runs in the family. You already know Luke. If not, I video with Luke sometimes. We live together in a little flat with our 2 dogs, which are Dalmatians, Buddy and Dotty. And that is my little life, really. And I'm really lucky where I work. I really like it. And we are going back next week. And I haven't seen anybody that I work with for the couple of months that we've been off for the summer. So I do look forward to going back to work. And today I thought I would finally come on and properly introduce myself and tell you who I am. And that's what this is. I was planning on doing some more filming today. But obviously all that stuff's happened with the dogs, and it's taken me a long time to sort all that stuff out, and I've got washing to sort out because he's been ill. They've been ill all over my sofa. So I have now got chores to do that I wasn't expecting to have. But life never goes to plan, does it? You make these plans. Does everything work out all the time? Not always, no. But it is what it is. And yeah, I might do some more filming later, but if not, I'm going to leave this here. Say ciao for now. So I need like a little catchphrase to end this. What do you think? Go and cuddle your dogs. Or, I don't know, get yourself outside. Even though I'm inside. I should say that when I'm outside. Enjoy the rain. That's one for people in England. Maybe I'll say something different each time. Bye! Oh, baby. Not very well.